Most respected, beloved audience, listeners, shrotas, the sevakas in the world, of the world, the Dharma Samstavakas, welcome to you, salutations to you, to the wonderfully blossoming Bhaktas and Shishyas, and also to day by day growing Jignasus and Mumukshus. Let us together invoke all the five hours and their grace, not only for us but for the entire living beings, to guide all of them towards their own evolution spiritual. May the whole world of beings get the chance to listen to the Shruti Mata, Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, because they are pregnant with so much of necessary information, necessary inspiration to clearly know what is the goal, what is the means. Let nobody in the universe at any period of time miss to listen to the Shruti Mata. Let us pray. So too, let us pray to the Guru Tattva, the Guru Parambara, the Gurus, Acharyas. Already they are kind. May they be more and more kind enough to guide the entire living beings with themselves as the best examples and guide through their words of wisdom, encouragement, etc. So that everyone understands glory of their own inner self unfoldment and work for it. So too, may we be large hearted in praying to all the Devata Shaktis, asking them to bless every being in this universe with the required all powers, strengths, staminas, so that every faculty is energetic enough to work towards the goal spiritual that is conceived and convinced about. So too, we can just be at the feet of that Ishvara, our Upasya Deva, and with whatever knowledge, ignorance we have, still he has patience to listen to us. Let us pray to him again for this. Hey Bhagavan, let every being in this world be spiritually evolving, and may your grace remove the curtain of Maya from their vision so that they discover you and you alone everywhere. So too, our prayers can be to the Brahma Tattva. Hey Bhagavan, hey Brahma Swarupa, in the ignorance of you only, in the non-identification with you only, everyone is suffering the limitations of delusions and misconceptions. So please reveal to all that you are them, they are you, so that no ambiguity, no confusion, no identity crisis, which is the basis of all internal, inner, individual, external, total clashes and problems. May none of them exist. This prayer for the entire universe, it always is so beautiful. It is answered quicker than the prayers for our own selfishness. In the beginning we do, but in the maturity of our heart, slowly from the Vesti to the Samashti, when we grow, it is real evolution. Today also, before we do our synopsis of Aitareya Upanishad, we have seen yesterday up to the entry of all devatas into their respective golakas. They have asked for the annam. Annam is created. They tried to consume. They could not. Finally, pranapana were the ones who could consume food, which in turn could reach to all these devatas' faculties. And today we have to see the lords thinking that they are incomplete without me. So let me enter. There are two paths to enter are the below path with which I become Upadhi, the above path with which I can be the individuality who functions through Upadhi. Even though if little missed, I get bound. He enters and gets bound and gets one day the wisdom and gets into sadhana, gets liberated. All that shlokas we are going to see. These are the Upanishadic portions. And repeatedly, when we browse through, go through, keeping the guidance of Bhagavan Adi Shankara Bhashya, the knowledge becomes more and more wider, deeper, clearer. Before do that, today's our simple common sense thought, not much to discuss, but one or two things. Mm. First of all, whatever is our age, lifetime, life now, from our time of being conscious individual, maybe age of 12 or 13 se lekar, till now, what life we have lived, we have to just browse through once. We have to go through all that. Never mind, it may take 10-15 minutes, even less than that. While going through all, the events happened. Let us try to know or understand to what we have given importance and value from that time till now. This introspection is a very good help. And to whatever the importance we have given, did we get that and was it worthy, or is there anything which could have been sought which is better than this? Little inquiry, little thinking we can do. What have we done throughout life? To what we give value, to what we give importance, what we have pursued. Was that the only thing as a human being we could have done? As an intelligent human being we could have done? As a resourceful, blessed individual human being we could have done? Or was there anything better? That time we might have not known. Now we know, isn't it? From this only can come this thinking. Little harsh it is to listen, but never mind, it may help us. Ki, for the wretched those things and beings that I have wasted my life, for those unworthy, meaningless, valueless, binding experiences that I kept my Lord away from me, This thought as much powerful if it can come from within, deep from within, is of so much help. For these people, for these things, for these objects, for these experiences, for these possessions, for these pseudo arrogances, for these false reputations, for this meaningless name and fame, that I have totally spent my time, my energies, my mind, my great valuable resources. देखो कितना important है this thought, and use that feeling. They're all meaningless, worthless, they're useless. Neither they were permanent nor their happiness, even if we gained, was lasting, and they were continuously binding us. And they are not at fault. It is we who gave value and importance, and they never cared us. Most of the people, they never cared, they only took things from us. Just like we also took things from our parents and we never cared them. Never valued. Even if they have cared me or valued me, which means they cared, valued. A pseudo individuality only, isn't it? Think how important, crucial is this thought. From this introspection only gets generated that understanding that we were fool enough, stupid enough to waste the precious resources, the accumulation, all of them called human life, for unwanted, unworthy things. And feeling, if we really genuinely feel, no, थोड़ा सा भी अंदर भक्त है हमारा, थोड़ा भी जिज्ञासु है, the thought should be, for the sake of these meaningless things, I have forsaken or given up my beloved Lord, my desired the self or the truth, or worthy to be discovered the self or the truth. तो भगवान को, परमात्मा को इन नालायक चीजों के लिए मैंने दूर रखा, छोड़ दिया. See how important is that thought. That's what we studied thoroughly, if you remember, in our Shivaparada Kshamapana Stotram. Isn't it? Remember that slokas? Balye Dukkhate Reko and all. Then Praudoham Yavanastoham Vishya Vishadarai Panchabir Marvasando Dashtaha Nashto Vivekaha Suta Dhanayavati Swada Saukya Nishan Shaivi Chinta Vihina Mamahurdayam Managarvadrudam Kshantavyome Aparada. So too are the Kechendriyana Vigatagatingischa. See, you can take the help of that stotra. So too again in Bhajagovindam, Balastavat Kridasaktaha, Tarunastavat Tarunasaktaha, Madhyastavat Kutumbasaktaha, Vruddhastavat Chintasaktaha, Paramaya Brahmani Kadami Nasaktaha. For these wretched things, I have kept away my Lord. I have kept away the truth, the reality. How stupid I was. How foolish I was. How ignorant I was. How immature I was. Now, thank God, from last few years, we are exposing to the Shastras Adhyayana. This made us understand now what should be the goal of life. This is one topic of introspection. Second topic, therefore, now is now through the study of the Shastras, again, am I becoming very clear about the glory, the magnanimity of this goal indicated, the truth, the reality, the Parabrahman. How much last 5 years of my exposure gave that clear understanding, maturity to me. Then again, obviously, the third one is what? What is the journey to be conducted? What is the what are the steps to be taken? What are the sadhanas to be done? In this, now we have to focus attention on for having the clear picture. We are getting the data, That data we have to internalize and feel. Key, I have to discover the self in my own self. For that, I have to do my own adhyatmic sadhana. And the sadhanas are this. This clarity we have to have now. No comparison with others. With the guidance of the Guru, one to one, we will or we should know what is the suitable sadhana, what is the necessary sadhana immediately. Common sadhanas are there, but necessary things are there. Common things, necessary things, immediate things. Like in the office also, the common general files are there, the necessary files are there, immediate are there, urgent are there, very urgent are. In the life also, the list of that we must have. Without all this data, without all this clarity, all our spirituality is very superficial, very purposeless, meaningless, fruitless. है ना? It's like reading the newspaper for no purpose, no meaning, no use. बस ऐसे बैठ के पढ़ रहे, isn't it? Better than that is that person who sees the matrimonials directly for the matching fixing, or the one who is seeing for some sales and purchases of the property, or the other one who is looking at mm, mm, the ads regarding the classifieds and etc. or those naukriya. They are better than us who just browse through for no reason. So too, we watch TV, we watch movie, neither purpose nor meaning nor fruitfulness. काय को कर रहे हो? In the same way, we have our friends. We just meet, not with the clarity of purpose nor a meaning. What is the fruitfulness there? You know, how much vague we are that time. How much incomplete we are in our thinking. How can we, as a human being, we are not exposed, supposed to be like that. We have to have a clear vision, clear purpose. When we meet someone, why we are meeting, what for we are meeting, how to conduct it, we must know. Like when Hanumanji goes, when he meets Sitaji, that is different approach with full perfection. When he meets Vibhishana, that is different. Everywhere there is clarity is there of the vision of the purpose and that methodology. When he meets Ravana, that is different. And when he encounters all the Rakshasas, the approach is different. Approaches are different, but clarity of vision is there at every step. See, yesterday Vishwamitraji's clarity of vision, why he wants Rama, why only Rama, how Rama is capable. Isn't it? Dasharatji also clear, though with his ignorance, attached to, I can't send my son and all. But it will be cleared because he will listen unbiased way from elders like Vasishtiji and has magnanimity to accept what is correct. In the same way, we are studying Shastra, but are they meaningful, fruitful, worthy? The meaningfulness, worthiness is these two things. Have we understood this is the goal and why this is the goal? The only goal. The only goal is again in quotes. Anything else cannot be the goal because goal means having reached which nothing should remain to be reached. Then only you can, by definition, call it as the goal. Nothing else should be remained, not other thing again. Isn't it? That's so in the worldly goals, कुछ भी पाया फिर भी incompleteness होता है. Again something else we take up as goal. In spirituality, once the truth is reached, nothing remains to be reached. Therefore, that has to be the goal. Are we clear in this knowledge and conviction and acceptance? As a result of Shastra study for such long time, equal is the means. Now comes the third one. First thing is what? Just browse through, introspect what we have lived our entire life so far, and Coming to this conclusion, for this useless, meaningless things and beings, I have wasted my life. I have not sought my Lord divinity. Therefore, such nonsense I will not do now. That was the conclusion of that first portion. Second, now from few years I am studying Shastra, thank God. It's not 4 days, 4 years back now. We are 4 years after. In these 4 years, lot was heard. It should have its own effect, consequence. Consequence is what we are discussing. Okay, did we become clear about goal to be Brahman and why it has to be? Because it's permanent, it is eternal. It is the real truth, it is the reality. It is a substratum. Everything, how much more wonderful it is looking, it is only superimposed on it. In the discovery of it only, there is moksha. These things, how deeply they are embedded in our heart. This actually has to be ensured through every class. Toward the end of the class, how much my understanding and conviction about the reality to be the goal has strengthened, deepened. Obviously, the means. The general means for everyone, the particular means for me, depending on where do I stand. Like in Arjuna's case. General means for everyone is just give up everything, go to forest, guru, listen from him, meditate. It is general, like everyone to Arjuna also. But particularly to Arjuna, right now you'll have to fight the war. It is not for everyone. And Arjuna did yuddha, then he went for sadhana. Therefore, everybody should wait for the yuddha or create a yuddha, then do the yuddha, then go. ऐसा नहीं हो. उनके लिए वो जरूरत था immediate because the situation was such. So that becomes particular. But generally, finishing those duties, withdrawing from the outer world, becoming introverted and doing. Okay. Second portion. Third portion, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, we'll discuss and see is what? Key. The problem with all of us is what? We are very, very कौन सा शब्द इसके लिए हिंदी या उर्दू में कहते हैं डरपोक होते हैं हम वी आर वेरी टिमिड we are very fearful, regarding taking up and doing the due sadhanas, even if we know. Just like the worldly people are so afraid of coming to spiritual classes because it may make us withdraw from our present indulgences. Like your own wife or husband who are not coming to class. Whether share it or not, the fear in them is what? क्लास में जाने से ये भोग छूट जाएगा. They have that fear. Basic fear is that one. Okay. As they have the external fears, we have the internal fears. This inner fear psychosis is the one which is always pulling us back from doing the due sadhanas intensely, deeply, sincerely, regularly at the cost of everything, which is very, very necessary. सुबह उठो डरते हैं और 10 मिनट ज्यादा जप करो डरते हैं पूजा करो डरते हैं वो क्या है वो डर one thing is we don't love so much intensely our goal that is the reason that we are not able to sacrifice the things for it so उस लेवल पे भी हमको काम करना है because wherever the love is intense all fears are given up all efforts are taken up like the mother loves the child so much. For the sake of the child, she will ready to fight with the lion tiger also. She will jump into the fire also to save that child. Because once love is there, the fear goes away and any sacrifice effort is ready. Either we should have that one, either matlab jaruri. Intense love for the goal. And know that we have fears of so many types inside. Some psycho fear, that is what it is indefinable, but we have it. Same thing. Like we may lose that Sukha Bhoga wala fear, or something will happen to my Sharira wala fear, or what will the society say wala fear, or how to answer my children, grandchildren if they ask me wala fear. एक एक होता है, एक या दो या 10 या 12, whatever it is, that fear, because of which knowingly also we can't do. Like fear in Dasharath ji. What will happen to Rama and what will happen to me? I can't live without Rama, he says. See that fear in him? Never he says, don't ask for my son. I will come with Akshavani Sainyam. Psychology of Dasharatha at that time. Just imagine. Something is holding him back. No, how should be the attitude? Are Guru Maharaj, you have come to me and you have so much faith in my son and you are assured that you will empower him and he will become victorious. What more than this can be a name and fame to him and me? Just take him right now. ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि नहीं? I am whole overwhelmed that out of so many people in the world, you came and asked for my son. I am sending. Just take him. Ram, chal, I am ordering you go. But did you do that? There is a possibility of that, no? But he says, no, I can't. Fear. Whereas Rama, when he was asked to go either Vishwamitraji or later on to Vanavasa, he had no fear of unknown or what will happen there. He said, he has got the confidence. Father sent him, I'll go. जितना समझ में आता है उतना करे, जितना नहीं आता वहां जाने के बाद होगा. Understood? Going to the forest, up to that we know. Having gone there, let us see what situation comes. See, Rama always was in two moods during his Vanavas. One was certainty that I have to be in the Vana for 14 years, no going to any village or town or kingdom, and remain there as really the Vanavasi. That clarity is that he was maintaining. Second thing, every moment he was assured that something uncertain will come and happen, and he was certain to face all those uncertainties. Because in the jungle, no, कब से कहाँ से क्या होगा नहीं पता हमको. Every moment uncertain, but we are certain, like our Indian army in the borders. Uncertainty, which fellow will come from what side, but they are certain that anything comes, we are ready to face, isn't it? The other fellow is not frightened about even things which are known. मैं कर सकता हूँ जिन इन चीजों के ऊपर भी हमको डर होता है. What it is, where from it is coming. If you can search it out. But more important is what? Drop that. Throw it away. Shed away that. Give up that lethargy. Give up that fear. देखो, all freedom fighters should be inspiration to us. We will die if we have to die. Let's die for the sake of country. No, all those who died for freedom struggle. Even though they later on also, if they have not sacrificed the country, they would have anyway died. But is there not satisfaction in them that for a purpose they died? Because the fear of death is one of the important things. And there is no death for us. As a seekers from last 4 years, students of Shastra, we are clear that what sadhana we do, what samsara we do, what knowledge we gain, what nonsense we do, that is what is carried forward. Itna to common sense aa gaya na humko. Therefore, more than in this life, we have to aim at the next life's more spiritual beauty. For that, this life we have to dedicate. For that, fearlessly we have to do the sadhana. For that, all the fears we have to keep away. Fear is such one. It just attacks. Like the desire attacks and we succumb, but we are gone into that world of desire fulfillment. So to the fear, succumb. Then such an inspired goal, we just give up and do some common nonsense thing. We are not dead. We are not inactive. We are doing, but everything nonsense, meaningless. That's what was the first question. What have you done so far in our life? For the meaningless, fruitless things, we have wasted our life. We never approached to our beloved Lord deeply, intensely, lovingly. And he is waiting there. देखो काहे का ये फियर है, कैसे इसको छोड़ दे, है ना. अभयम सत्व संशुद्धि, है ना. After that fearlessness only the dhirata comes. They are together. Fearlessness itself is dhirata, dhairya. Dhairya means patience and fearlessness. Both. One word, two meanings. So fearlessly we have to take up. Dhirata se dhairyata se. And in that fearlessness, dhirata, then the giving up of the indulgences, giving up the activities. Outside sadhana always starts first. Bahiranga sadhana. Then the internal sadhanas of inside also giving up those attachments to things and beings. Where are the things being? Somewhere in the world, and I am unnecessarily thinking about them meaninglessly, continuously, with so many emotions. What is the consequence of all of them? Except strengthening the meaningless attachments which are going to give misery only. इसी को कहते हैं पाश, आशा पाश. Pasha is the snares, the ropes, the reins, the chains, the bindings. है नहीं. तो inside also धीरता से all the tamoguna and its qualities, dhairya se all the rajaguna and its qualities we can give up. If dhairya is not there, if we are timid or frightened, we only entertain these things all the time. You understood? We can't give up our bhoga, we can't give up our chanchalata, we can't give up our identity attachments with the things and all, isn't it? Then how can we grow spiritually? In every field also, thousand try, only 5, 6 succeed. Who succeeded is not important. Why and how he succeeded? Only because of the dhairya, only because of fearlessness. That dhairya, fearlessness in him made him do all sacrifices required, made him do all the hardships that are required. Every industry, you take film industry, you take sports industry, who are excelling. Remember throughout life, excelling, succeeding, or reaching the higher heights is not accidental. It is to be made by us. And in that there is no proxy. Nobody does for it. We always see the people when they come to limelight with some achievements. And we can never see unless we go deep into the causes that how many struggles, how many sacrifices they were going on doing with dhairyam, which is carried over effect of many, many lives. Like the attachments, the bhoga, sakti, the nonsense is a carryover effect for us from many lives. And even now we are harboring them. For them, the dhairya, the utsaha, the prayatna, the lakshya ke prati prema, lakshya pane ki ichha, they were going on strengthening it. And when they came to a peak level in this life, their performances are spectacular and their achievements are unimaginable. Every field, a politician, no, if you see our prime minister, no, not an ordinary personality, not an ordinary achievement it is. Although it is not ultimate, much more, but how many lives of practice that it is, that in this life, right from childhood, the mind is tuned to that, and in its maturity, the trainings were done from inside, outside. Now this position has come. No, he's not the sole monarch of the whole universe and all that. इतना तो है नहीं, but जितना भी है, from that we can assess, isn't it? No proxy and nothing accidental. Consciously, step by step, we undertake and perform. Then only we achieve it. For that, the tremendous amount of Dhairya is required, fearlessness is required for us to do and go on doing till we reach. है कि नहीं? हम एक दिन उठते हैं सुबह, अगले दिन बस लुढ़क गए, धैर्य ही नहीं। Isn't it? एक दिन पढ़ते हैं किताब, अगले दिन नो धैर्य। एक दिन वी डू द चैंटिंग ऑफ मंत्र परिषद, नेक्स्ट डे हम स्वामी जी हमसे नहीं हो रहा है, मैं छोड़ दिया। Isn't it? How weak is our inner personality? Therefore, how timid we are, fearful, frightened we are. That small little sacrifices we can't do, small little undertakings we can take. How can we aim at then the Brahman, the Atman, the self, the meditation, the realization, the Sarvatma Bhava as a bakwas? Only words, words, words. Nothing. So, this struggle of using the intellect to analyze, the struggle of having used the intellect, understanding, then the struggle of the deeper understanding leading to correct decisions, correct actions. The struggle is called spirituality. Spirituality is a continuous, constant yuddham, antaryuddham. Like any your success in life is a yuddham. You just not have succeeded in your business by just lazing out at home. नहीं था ना, क्या युद्ध था वो, कितने कितने एक एक जगह पे आप किए मेहनत. But there was some ambition of money, earning something. Oh, that was inspiring us. यहाँ भी the moksha should be inspiration to us. The infinite happiness should be inspiration to us. With that inspiration, yet practically we have to do the things. We only have to do the things. For that, along with the clarity of picture, the continuous constant dhairyam, fearlessness. Then only moment by moment I can take right decision. I can put steps in the right direction. Not that I know this is the right action is enough. In the direction I have to walk also. So may we be blessed with this clarity and fulfill our lives from this moment. For no useless thing we waste our time from now on. And everything is useless compared to pure Paramatma Anubhuti. A day should come in our life where no day, no night, isn't it? No things, no beings. No Sharira Manabuddhi Upadhi, their demands. Only we are seeking the truth, truth and truth and truth alone. Only that intense burning desire and let us say contemplation, meditation, that the truth is revealed. For anyone, if anybody does it. We are also not an exception with any SC/ST reservation and not an FC that we are denied. If you do, you get. If you don't do, you don't get. As simple as that. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sarvashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishajye Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. येषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगति एकता शान्ति पुरोविध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने निष्ठित अस्माकं सा सर्वेषां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राध्ययनसाधनाप्रयत्नमध्ये श्रीऋग्वेदान्तर्गत ऐतरेयोपनिषदः विहङ्गवीक्षणप्रयत्नं साधनार्थं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ मनस्तापतमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छट शरदिन्दुनिभाभाति तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम्। ॐ अथ श्री ऐतरेयोपनिषत् शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य माणीस्त श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्ददामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवत्ववतु मामवतु वक्तारम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So, what is being told is what we are seeing now, how it has come out. It is only an explanation to what we see and believe it to be true. Purpose of Shruti Mata and the Gurus is to indicate the truth to us. The pure truth to listen and understand, we are not ready now. Because the truth is reality and the world in front of us is unreal. But we are now in the position of taking this world as reality so much that to understand that it is unreal, the Paramatma is real, is becoming a toughest and challenging thing, which is natural. Like a person fully identify the body, when you give an injection or in a surgery, it is a big challenge to him. We can't accept it easily. For a person who is habituated to eating so many sweets, suddenly tell him to stop the sweets. It is very tough thing, a challenging thing to him. The one who sleeps up to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, सुबह 5 बजे उठो, उसको तो असंभव होता है कि नहीं? The one who is addicted to TV and serials and tash patta kelo, daru pilo, leave all of that, come and sit with me in the class. Arey, it is impossible. In the same way, here also, we all are seeing the world to be so real that it just can't be brushed aside. But unless that's done, the truth cannot be revealed. Therefore, in this Upanishad and all Upanishads, in all teachings, the Gurus adopt the Madhyamarga. Like what is the Madhyamarga in the Pandukya Upanishad? We are experiencing the three astas and the Guru experiencing the fourth one. He did not fight with the samsarins and say, तुम्हारा तीन अवस्थाएं नहीं है, मेरा एक ही है. Though it is the truth. He said, चलो, there are four. सोयम आत्मा चतुष्पाद. मध्य मार्ग कहते हैं उसको. Yes, you are three, my four. Now let us analyze which is real, which is unreal, which is dependent, which is independent, which is substratum, which is superimposed, unbiased. Let us discuss. Same way in the Aitareya Upanishad, Madhya Marga. Suddenly it's not that Panchakosh Atit Parabrahma hai. It is a fact. But slowly the Guru Madhya Marga. And Annamaya is an Atma, Pranamaya is also Atma, Manamaya Atma. तो एक एक धीरे धीरे हमको ले गए. Every of the places, Gurus come to our level, as they mingle with us, slowly, slowly they lift us. In this Aitareya also, same thing is done. Srishti is there, hai. Now, from where and who made this Srishti? Through this process, the Paramatma is introduced to the one to whom there is no Paramatma at all. Only the seen Jagat is real. What is consciously, deliberately done there in this Upanishad is this. Dekho, there are three things. Have you created the world? Is any individuality in the world can create the world? Is the whole world by itself, which is Jada, can create itself? See the questioning. Then there must be some entity other than this who might have created. That's how, from the beginning onwards, we are given the idea, like in Bhakti Shastras, the Paramatma. Starting you say, Atma va idamekam greyas. So by listening to this slowly, the importance that Paramatma is there who created the world, he is growing in us. He is the one who alone was. It was his Iksha. It is he who only made the lokas, then the Virat Purusha, then the Lokapalakas, then the Ayatanam for them. Then he only told them to go and stay inside. Then they asked for the food. Then he brought out the food. What is the exercise done here? Something other than me, other than the world. There is an entity who is the one behind all this. It is happening. Through this, we will be slowly introduced to the inquiry that who is that entity who is doing all that? What is his relation with me? In the question, who is that entity? The answer will be Pragnanam Brahma. And that Pragnanam Brahma is pure Pragnanam. In him, other than Pragnanam, nothing is there. Therefore, the whole world which you are seeing is dissolved in that Pragnanam. Very highest thought I am saying with so many intermediate stages. What is the relation of that Pragnanam with me? I am that Pragnanam. Every rishis have done that only. Vamadevji has done that only. Therefore, this Adunatana, Jignasu, Mumukshu, Viragis also have done same. When you know that, then for us also same. Mahajano yena gatasya pantha. That is the right path where the reachers have reached destination. Mahajana is big people, Mahajana is more people. Great people is the correct meaning because majority works in democracy, not in spirituality. Okay, see how this Upanishad is guiding us. We have to browse through that again and again. एक ही Upanishad एक साल. Mantras we know, meaning of that we know, with the Bhashya we know, then on that we set an inquiry and grasp the essence required for us. And internalize that and then abide by that knowledge gained. Okay. So yesterday we have come up to कि तदपानेना जिगृक्षत तदावयत सा एषा अन्नस्य ग्रहः यद्वायुरन्नायुर्वा एष यद्वायुः. So the prana apana का काम क्या है? Creating the hunger, consuming the food, digesting it and sending it to all the faculties. Isn't it? Same thing. Said differently in other text. What is said in the other text like Prashna Upanishad? The Vayu outside becomes Shvasa in the nostrils. Shvasa becomes prana at our lungs level. And that prana gets divided to Pancha Prana. That Pancha Prana alone does all the physiological functions that are happening in the body. Prana, Pana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. Got it? Same thing said, but in a different manner. तो here अन्न दृष्टि से बताया, देर क्रिया दृष्टि से बताया. Is pranapana is the one which is consuming the anna, converting it to energy, and that energy is becoming food for all the indriyas, indriya adhisthana devatas, and thus they are able to work. Eye is able to see, the chakshur devata is able to see, because of the food or taken by pranapana converted into energy and given to it. Ears able to listen and all. ये सब प्रोसेसेस हो रहे हैं. इनको समझकर एक्सेप्ट करने के अलावा हमें कुछ विशेष करने की जरूरत नहीं. All sciences that only know, they only tell us this is what are the rules, regulations that are operational. Abide by them, you are safe or you get what you want. Like after eating food, 15 minutes when you walk. Then with that heat generated, the digestive enzymes secreted, the digestion process happens good. It is a system. There's nothing to think lot about. You do it, that's it. After 1 hour of the food, take one glass of warm water, they say. Because that also enhances the digestion and all the systems. अब वो करना क्या है उसमें करो बस वो. So to 20-30 minutes morning, those variety of exercises give flexibility oiling to the body parts, which make the body work whole day efficiently. ये रूल है उधर, उसको करना कुछ नहीं है, सोचना कुछ नहीं, बस करो बस, समझने के बाद. So too, these are the foods when taken in all the way the body is nurtured. Take it. And these are the foods which are not good. Avoid it. हर चीज जिंदगी में ना परफेक्ट सिस्टमेटिक होता है. Just like one mango, you need a mango tree. For that you have to have a mango plant to sow the mango seed and protect it. अब आ जाएगा mango 5 साल में. Here also same thing. The things are taught to us. Okay, this is how it is, this is how it is. Okay. Now, prana, apana, taken food, that topic is over. So, the Shruti Mata ka, Guru ka drishti mein, to indicate to us the truth, not to tell about all this. Straight away they can't tell that. Therefore, they have come to our level and as if temporarily accepting all that which we accept as reality, through that they are introducing. Like Paramatma is beyond words and thoughts. But there is no other way than words and thoughts to convey the meaning or the place of Paramatma. Therefore, the Gurus, knowing that Yatavacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasa, they only tell with the Vani and tell us to contemplate with the Mana. Because that is how it is. Now comes now next topic of Paramatma's entry. Okay. Into every of the individual human shariras, Paramatma has entered through the upper portion, Simanam Vidarya. That is what is the topic. Na? First question क्या है? Sa ikshata katam nu idam madrute syat. And lot of discussion we have done through Bhashyam. Without me, how can they be? I know they can't be without me because I am the owner, I am the creator, I have to supervise. And without me, they will just only become erratic or destroying. Isn't it? In a school, if you see, if you appoint one child as school class leader, monitor, or without me leading or monitoring, what will happen to these students? So that fellow becomes important, responsible. So too the teacher, that physics, chemistry, maths teacher. Without me, who will teach them this subject? She becomes responsible. He or the class teacher. For every class, there was a class teacher, main class teacher, other than subject teaching teachers. That class teacher takes more interest in that particular class. Class 7A, I am the class teacher. So the 50 students in that are Madhrute Katham Syat. Therefore, she, along with her subject teaching, takes extra importance. So to the principal of that school, he says, मैं तो पूरा principal हूँ. So he just takes up building infrastructure, he takes up the non-teaching staff, teaching staff, he takes up the workers, he takes care of the students, the subjects, exams. Madhrute katham syat? Because I am principal. And go to the education ministry. That education minister तो मैं ही सबका मालिक हूँ. Madhrute katham syat? Then he thinks about how many schools are there, colleges are there, how many engineering, law college required, medical required, which place to establish, how to do. His work is so bigger. The funds and all of that transfers, the promotions, setting the exams, setting the grade, the standards, changing the way of teaching as well as the scrutinizing and seeing the result. कितने बदलाव आए पिछले 30-40 साल में एजुकेशन सिस्टम में. बाप रे, टेरिबल. व्हाट वी वर ओनली वो स्लेट पेंसिल लेकर जाते थे. अब हु डिड इट? द एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर. भाई कदम अद्रुते स्यात्. सेम में परमात्मा का क्या है, मेरे बिना ये सब कैसे चल सकते हैं, तो मेरा होना आवश्यक है. These are all, though Bhagavan is thinking like that, therefore he is entered. Even though it is said in this language, what we have to understand is the presence of the Lord in this way, in all these upadhis, doing this. Such Lord is there. Then next question is, that Lord is me. I am that. I am not this pseudo individuality. Isn't it? The wrong upadhi identified individuality नहीं हूं मैं, वो वाला मैं हूं. Isn't it? Like the teacher, I have to listen to that principal, rules, regulations and all. कभी कभी फ्रस्ट्रेट में होता है काय के प्रिंसिपल है. But once he himself becomes a senior and if he is appointed in principal post, understand? खुद ही बन गया मानो. So too, the Lord is the one who is managing the show, and that Lord is me. No, I am not the order receiving teacher. I am the order giving principal now. This is how we are slowly guided. In every Upanishad, in different process, in this Upanishad, this way. So he just said, I am chanting from the sloka number 11. Sa ikshata yadi vacha abhivyahrutam. First, sa ikshata katam nu idam madhrutesya. He just visualized, how can this setup be without me? Then, sa ikshata katharena prabhadyayit. Then he thought of how I enter. Then sa ikshata. Third ikshata is यदि वाचा अभिव्यावृतं प्राणेन अभिप्राणितं चक्षुषा दृष्टं श्रोत्रेण श्रुतं त्वचा स्पृष्टं मनसा ध्यातम् अपानेन अभ्यपानितं शिष्णेन विसृष्टम्. If I also go through that entry, there is no speciality for me. I have to be something special, different from them to be able to command right from beginning. A leader के qualities होते हैं. From the beginning, he maintains some different status, some different dignity. लीडर का लक्षण है. Is he leading correctly or wrong? That is secondary total. विचित्र होता है ये नेचर जो है ना. I will not खींचो लंबा this one. Some are leader right from beginning. They may be leading the people in the negative channels in a stupid manner. But वो हो जाता है लीडर. वो बाकी इंटेलिजेंट भी है लेकिन लीडरशिप फीलिंग नहीं है, क्वालिटी. ही ओनली बिकम सबऑर्डिनेट. विचित्र है कि नहीं? एक स्वभाव ही अलग होता है. लाइक एक छात्र स्वभाव कहते हैं उसको. ये छात्र स्वभाव, ही डजंट हैव एनी विजन एटसेट्रा, बट इज अ लीडर. क्योंकि चल रहे हम सब जाके खेलेंगे, चल रहे हम सब खेलेंगे. ही विल कमांड देम एज अ लीडर. दे गो विथ हिम अदर फेलोज. बट वेदर खेलना करेक्ट और नॉट, दैट्स सेकंडरी इश्यू. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द लीडरशिप क्वालिटी, स्पेशलिटी. By this, what is done? The upadhis, upadhi adhisthana devatas are lower. The self who is commanding all of them is higher. That principle is added to our buddhi. Okay. Then what is etaya dwara prapat? Sorry. यदित्वाच इत्यादि करके स एतमेव सीमानं विधार्य एतया द्वारा प्रापद्यत. So by doing the Vidarana, breaking of the Simanam, the crane portion, the cranium portion, he entered from it. Then that is called Vidruti Namadvaha, Nandanam, Tastraya Avasataha, and Trayaha Swapnaha, Ayamavasato, Ayamavasato, Ayamavasataha. So three avasthas and three anubhutis. उसको हम कैसे भी समझो, वो कारण शरीर से निद्रावस्था, सूक्ष्म शरीर से स्वप्नावस्था, स्थूल शरीर से जागृत अवस्था. That Paramatma only going through as a jiva, it is me now. Then he, with the identity, going through the three upadhis for many, many lives, suddenly when he started contemplating, the contemplating thought can from within, come from within, or by looking at others, or by looking at some Mahatmas, or by listening from the Mahatmas, or even by studying the Shastra. क्या ना कोई बंदा बनता है या बिगड़ता है by any of these reasons. अंदर से भी मन बिगड़ सकता है, किसी दूसरों को देखकर भी मन बिगड़ सकता है. कोई बिगड़ा हुआ बना हुआ बंदा इन्फ्लुएंस करेगा तो होएगा. ही विल गो ऑन रीडिंग सच लिटरेचर जिससे वो बनेगा बिगड़ेगा. You know, if I go on reading the books of patriotic people for 2 years, in me the patriot comes. If I go on reading the books of saints and sages for 10 years, I will feel that I want to become like that. If I go on reading the literature of terrorists and all, I become that. So he also, by the Krupa Karuna of the Gurus, maybe by exposure to Shastra, maybe by seeing the successful and failure people of the world, maybe by his own introspection, like today we did in our introduction, most important introspection. That is what is said here. Sa jatah bhutani abhivyaikyatu kimiha anyam vavadishaditi. Then am I this suffering individual with upadhi, or am I be something different? Either you question this way, or is this the only way of life to be suffering limitations? Or can there be a suffering less, limitation less, transcendental state of being? In that inquiry, two things happened. One, possibility is accepted that I can be something, somebody other than it. That possibility acceptance and putting the effort led to a very vichitra thing. What is that? The reality. What is that? The fact. What is the reality and fact? Actually, to I am that eternally ever liberated self only. Like the 10th man. When they were put in inquiry, self inquiry, by that the onlooker or the guru, they came to what a funny fact that not only the 10th person is lost, not lost, but that is me only. This is the crux of this portion of Upanishad. Catch it. Not only there is a possibility of getting freed, liberated from all limitations, but that state of being in freedom and liberation is my essential self. अंडरस्टूड क्या स्वामी जी, मैं दुखी अवस्था से बाहर आकर कभी सुखी बन सकता हूँ क्या? अरे प्यारे पुत्र, यू आर द सुखी आत्मा, यू आर अननेसली प्लेइंग द रोल ऑफ दुखी. बन सकता हूँ क्या? तुम वही हो. You understand? Can I get the immortality? What getting immortal? You are immortal. Can I get the freedom? What I talk? You are the free person. Can I be a happy person? You are the happiness, Re Baba. Can I reach to the state of being infinite? You are already there. Can I transcend the death? You are never dying principle. That is the meaning of Saha etameva purusham brahma tata mama pashyat idam adarsamiti. That self which was forgotten, first is discovered as idam, then thereafter that idam is found to be aham. I am that. In the world also same. Just now I gave the example. Idam principal commanding me. But through my own seniority experience, slowly I become principal, aham principal. So idam doctor. But I only study medicine, I become aham doctor. But this idam becoming aham, because it is not a real reality, one day that will go away. But this Brahma tatamama pashyat, that Brahman which is all pervading, it being reality, it gained, it doesn't go away. So one or two subtle thoughts. Okay. Same Brahman having entered through Simanam, identifying with Traya Avasataha, going through Traya Sapna, himself through self enquiry discovered himself to be Brahman. So it was Brahman alone, he only played as Jiva. Later on, he realized himself to be Brahman. In these three stages, first ब्रह्म थे, बाद में ब्रह्म बने, बीच में through the upadhis, he played the role of jiva, isn't it? That is me right now. ये portion में हमको we have to relate this subject with ourselves. I was already Brahman all the time. Right now I am playing the role of jiva by entering through this imanam and identifying with three avasatas and three swapnas. Like here in the example, that Jiva inquired himself and discovered himself to be the Tata Mama Brahma. The Sarva Pravyapta Brahma मैं हूँ, not a person limited to one upadhi set, and in that also different timings, places, conditioning and suffering. ऐसा नहीं हूँ मैं. He has realized. तो इसको ऐसा कहने से वेग रहेगा, इसलिए द वामदेवा एग्जाम्पल इज ब्रॉट. या कोई सॉलिड एग्जाम्पल हमको देते ना, then the concept enters into mind. Like this is how the flying happens. If you say, understanding will be there, but still there will be vagueness. But Mr. So and so has flown like that. अब जब नाम देते हो, like जीवन धर्म से जीना is very good. अच्छा लगता है सुनने को. But Rama lived life of dharma. When you give an example, it appealing because we are individual. We need some individuals example. Even Yamaraj के पास भी जाकर you can know the truth. Some inspiring thing, but not fully acceptable. Nachiketa has done that. When you give the example, in the same way, Parabrahman entering into the Jiva Bhava through entry into the Simanam, suffered, then he realized his own self and got liberated. मजा नहीं आता. वामदेव is the rishi, गर्भे वशयान एतद्वा. Now we relate. This is the intelligence of this Upanishad, how it is guiding us. One way we are seeing, अब ऐसे एनालाइज करो, आपको दसों तक तरकीब यहाँ टेक्निक्स दिखते हैं. So we are now, he has seen the Brahma Tatama Pashyatu. Okay. Tasmad idandro nama, idandro havai nama, idandram santam indra iti achakshate parokshena, paroksha priyayohi devaha, paroksha priyayohi devaha. So the essence of this shloka is what? Though the Paramatma is Aham and this Jiva is Idam, but we have come to a stage of identifying with the Jiva Bhava as the Aham. Obviously, the Paramatma Bhava has appeared as the Idam. We have to reverse it. That Idam Rupena jo Idamdra hai, wahi Aham hai. Here, that which is at the Vyavahara level is Paroksha. But within subjective level, it is Pratyaksha Anubhuti. This is a final stage reached. That Brahman, about whom I am studying, listening, Paroksha Rupena, it is me only, the Pratyaksha Atma. That is how he recognized. And one very crucial, subtle thought that was given to us while studying the Bhashya, among so many things, is at the time of teaching, it is always Paroksha. Because we have to use words, examples, etc. to teach, and the words, examples are employed only in teaching the Paroksha. Parabrahma is not Paroksha, it's Pratyaksha. But the teaching is always Paroksha Rupena. Therefore, the teacher right from the beginning should tell, the disciple right from the beginning should understand that though it is Paroksha Rupena taught, it should be understood Pratyaksha Rupena. It should be meditated Pratyaksha Rupena, experienced Pratyaksha Rupena. Then, when he, after experiencing, becomes the Guru, to his disciples, he'll be teaching Paroksha Rupena, but the disciple should listen it as Pratyaksha Rupena. परोक्ष प्रिया ही देवा इसमें भी एक सटलिटी है now little subtle gross point but subtle grosser than the earlier but subtler one is what डॉक्टर्स आल्सो कि ये खाना खाने से ऐसा होता है ये मेडिसिन लेने से ऐसा होता है ये सब करके देयरफॉर आप भी लेने से ठीक होगा दैट्स कॉल्ड परोक्षेण टीचिंग straight away doesn't say you are a fool you are a stupid you should have not eaten this you should have avoided that you should have taken that all of that are correct what doctor is saying but it is pratyaksha rupena the listener will not like that's why doctor parokshana only says but parents what they do they pratyakshana they say because they take the child as their own that's why children never listen because they don't want to listen pratyakshana. What parents say is 100% correct. They realize, but they don't accept. Because pratyaksha bol rahe. That's why intelligent children, parokshena they say. What they say, they show the example of other children. Or they say, whoever does like this, they reach. Like in Gita. Whoever does like this, he will reach. ऐसे ही बताते हैं उपनिषदों में. परोक्ष way of teaching it. But the listener should, अच्छा और किसी के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, मेरे बारे में नहीं ना. ऐसा उसको नहीं लेना. He should take it प्रत्यक्ष. Why this is way? Because the whole world is seen parokshena because we see through Padi. But we have to have intelligence to know that it is साक्षात अपरोक्षात प्रत्यक्ष ब्रह्म only. फाइनली ये है व्यवहार में जो भी परोक्ष में दिखता है हकीकत में तो प्रत्यक्ष आत्मा ही है प्रत्यक्ष अनुभूति व्यवहार में परोक्ष बट अनुभूति में प्रत्यक्ष दैट इज वाई कि परोक्ष प्रियाय वही देवा 2 times again परोक्ष प्रियाय ओके now the 3 janmas as well as the example of Vamadeva then reaching from the perceived world level through the sense organs through the antakarana vrittis through the antakarana to the pure pragnanam brahma is somewhat we have to spend time to discuss. See what we are doing last 2-3 days, a freelancing discussion of this text. After studying through Upanishad, studying through the Shankara Bhashya, है ना कुछ पल्ला पड़ा कि नहीं जानने को अब देख रहे हैं तो कल एक दिन और भी लग जाए तो देन वी टेक अप श्वेताश्वतरा वेरी स्वीट उपनिषद ओम 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 today's introduction for half an hour was very essential, I believe. Maybe useful. Just neck lena. पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु।